Hey folks, Chris from Midwest Long Range, back in the shop today. We're going to take a look at a really cool product. I think it's essential to our precision rimfire crowd and extremely helpful as well on the centerfire guns. So stick with me, I'm going to show you what it's all about. Alright guys, so today we're going to talk about Borescopes, alright? Specifically this Teslong unit sitting on the table in front of me. Now I want to be straight up with all of you. Teslong did send me this to test and to use, but I've been using their products for the better part of a year now, and I feel fairly, comfortable talking about them. So with that being said, let's take a look at what's in the box, and then we'll be right back here on the bench to see how it works here on this rifle. Alright, there was a quick look at what was in the box here. Also, so the rifle we have on the table today that we're going to be taking a look at, you probably haven't seen this exact setup on the channel. We've kind of messed with our configuration a little bit. We've got some new centerfire stuff coming, so just give you a quick rundown on what we're looking at. We have a Curtis Axiom action with a benchmark barrel from Crown Ridge Barrel Works, chambered in 25 Creedmoor. This is the barreled action you've seen mostly on the channel. I've got a Gunworks Verdict chassis here with Seekins bottom metal, Arca rail, etc., Accutac bipod, and of course we're running the Maven RS4 up here on top. So far we've been testing this scope a lot, and I've got an in-depth review coming. I know Bud and I talked about it on an episode of BS at the Bench. Really kind of gave a rundown on it, but I really want to give this scope another look. Really have enjoyed shooting this a lot. It works really well on these setups, both in rimfire and centerfire. And setting in a set of Hawkins heavy tactical rings. This is kind of the beginnings of a NRL Hunter setup. We're also running the Hawkins self-timing tank brake out front. So that's just a quick rundown on what we got sitting here. Let's get the Borescope out, set it up, and let's see how it works. Alright folks, so we've got the Teslong 26-inch rigid Borescope with the 5-inch standalone display. This can take still photos, record video footage, and it also just really gives you the option to have a separate monitor where you can really see what's going on. They do make this to where it can be, it comes with a Wi-Fi unit to where you can Wi-Fi to your cell phone, or a USB cord, kind of like what I have here, to where I can hook it up to my laptop or what have you if you want a bigger screen. A lot of times I'm in the field or just even here on the bench or what have you, and I may not have all that kind of stuff sitting around. So really having, the standalone unit is what works best for me. And on this 26-inch deal here, on the Borescope itself, I'm sorry, but it does have measuring increments here where it kind of goes all the way from 0 to 26 inches. That way you can also get an idea of where maybe an issue is in the barrel in related to a datum point, right? So the way this works, we'll just hook our cord up here. All right, and right there, you may not be able to see it in the camera, but we will record with this and you'll be able to see the footage as I see it here on the screen. So let's pull the bolt out of the firearm here. Alright guys, so I've got my standalone unit ready to record. I'm going to go ahead and hit that button. Gun has not been cleaned, so please don't pick on me too bad, alright? But, kind of getting up there. There's our rifling. Kind of see the different areas here. This appears to be where the shoulder would be, I would think. Maybe where our brass ends, free bore, etc. I may be calling that wrong, but that's what it looks like on the screen to me. We kind of run down through there. Checking the rifling. Again, could probably stand to be cleaned, I would say. But it has been fired a fair amount. But again, then we just pull the rigid borescope back out. And it's as simple as that, guys. I mean, everything works as it should. There's not a ton here to go over, right? We, quite simply, it works well. It's a very useful tool for what we do. Especially the rimfire guys, you know, when we're looking for that carbon ring in the barrel to see if, right there in the chamber, I should say, knowing whether or not you got that out, to me, that's a very critical thing. It plays a big part in my own mental game, right? I need to know that my equipment is ready to go. Now, with that being said, can you clean it well enough that maybe you don't need a borescope? Maybe, possibly. But I tell you what, the added insurance is well worth it to me. So I'll post a link down in the description where you can go kind of check one of these out, see if it's something you want to look at. But again, I want to say thank you to Teslong. I really appreciate you guys sending this over for me to test and look at. But guys, I also don't want you to think that I'm bringing you products just simply because, you know, they want me to. If I hadn't been using this product already for the last year, having to borrow it off of my friends and etc., I wouldn't have felt as comfortable doing this. But this is a product that I've been around, and I feel like I am comfortable enough with the quality of their product to recommend it to you guys. I'm not saying go buy it, but I'm saying go check it out. And maybe you'll find a good enough use for it that you want to add it to your cleaning kit and to your range bag, all right? So they got all kinds of different options. Check them out on Teslong.com or through Amazon. We're going to have the centerfire guns out a little more in the coming days and weeks. So stick with me. Stay safe. Keep shooting. Midwest Long Range. See you next time.